What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Down South Adventures. In today's episode, it's going to be a little DIY project because I'm poor now and I barely have the money to finish my project. So instead of spending big money and sending valve covers off to be painted, we're going to try some of this VHT Wrinkle Plus in red. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I told you it was a DIY project. So this is the first time it's been on video, but this is my LS3 495 hot cam. And so if you come over here to the valve covers, you'll see it has the LS3 valve covers. And Jeffrey, so what are we looking at here?
So basically we're wanting to go red valve covers, but on a factory LS3 you have the coil brackets. So we're going to go take the LS3 valve covers off and go to a factory LSA valve cover, which is the supercharged 6.2, but it does not take the black bracket that's going to hide most of the valve cover.
Right, so now we're going to be able to see more red, hopefully, once this thing is painted up. So I picked this up at O'Reilly's. One thing about this VHT, it is very high temperature paint. This can go up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So this thing has best results when baked. So a lot of people say you can throw your valve covers or parts in the oven and bake it, and it really makes the wrinkles come out. But we watched the video from the folks at VHT, and they said that using a heat gun is just as good. Just to be careful and not heat the paint up too much. So you want to keep it kind of far away from it. But so I grabbed this heat gun from Amazon, and just so you guys know, you can pay whatever you want for heat guns. This one has 40,000 reviews with an average of 4.7. So it was $28. I don't think 40,000 people can be wrong, so I think you're going to be fine with something like this. So we've got some wax and grease remover, and then we're going to take some Scotch-Brite pads to these. So he's just running over them with a Scotch-Brite pad. These are factory takeoffs, so they're not used. They just look used because they've lived in a garage. So I don't want you to think I'm putting some yard sale stuff on my car. I'm not. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna go ahead and start taping up some stuff. You can see they already started.
Already been wiped down.
Been wiped down, been degreased, and now he is covering what's gonna go there?
The oil cap.
Do you have to cover each of these as well?
No, we don't have to cover those. So a really cool trick to get a perfect tape line is take a hammer and tap at an angle on the corner of the tape on the surface.
You're not worried about damaging the metal?
No, I'm tapping hard enough to cut the tape.
Well, I'll be damned. That's pretty neat, guys.
So this one's ready for spray.
And the good news, guys, is if we do this and they suck, I've still got my factories. Plus, I know a guy with a sandblaster.
Yeah. Which we could have sandblasted these, but they have the baffles inside of them, and there's no way to get all the sand out of that baffle.
So really, sandblasting is not an option. So once these are
It is an
red,
option, but we'll have to reattach that baffle.
Gotcha. But guys, I mean, at the end of the day, we got 20 bucks in the paint, 28 bucks in the heat gun. So This could be a $50 upgrade. It's gonna look more than a $50 upgrade. All right, guys, the trucks are safely moved so they don't get any blowback. So Jeffrey is going to do 3 different coats on this. You've got to have 5 minutes in between each coat. The first spray is actually not even considered a coat. It's just a tack coat. He's just going to cover it lightly. And then he's going to do 1 heavy coat horizontally, 1 heavy coat vertically, and 1 heavy coat diagonally. The owners of VHT said that's a way to make the most consistent wrinkle across the product, so it's not inconsistent. So
a dust coat first.
what's cool, guys, is I'm in a white shirt, so I can stand way back and just zoom in, and it looks like I'm right there with him. Looks like I'm right there with him.
All right, 5 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna do
Horizontal
coats.
Yep.
Full coverage.
Full coverage. Man, you are precise, sir.
Another 5 minutes.
But as you see this stuff drying, you can already see, until Jeffrey leaned over in his shadow bucket, but you can already see like a wrinkle, orange peely texture to it. All right, guys, this is another project that we're doing today. So if you remember the speaker box that I had wrapped, you can see how wonderful the carpet was colored. It matched beautifully. With it being in the car for what, 5 months, 6 months, it completely faded and turned gray. So this plastic paint that we have used for the speaker covers, we actually started spraying the cloth, and if you look, it's a much better match. It's much closer than this, so I think it's just going to look better.
It actually matches better this color than this color.
Yeah, for sure. So what he's doing is he's going to paint and then brush. When you're doing carpet, apparently that's what you do. Yeah, that's just so much better. I mean, because guys, who really touches your speaker boxes anyway? In that top corner right here. Just like right there. Nice. And when you look, because you haven't painted that, did you?
No.
Like, so if you look,
That's
guys,
the bottom.
it's not too different from the original color. Yeah, so I think it's great. I'm pretty happy about it. And so the brushing just keeps the carpet from looking matted down, right?
Yeah, it brushes the color in, and it keeps it from feeling like super coarse,
Right.
and dried and hardened.
And so here's it's vinyl and fabric. Yeah, man, that's much better.
This is the line that I stopped at before.
Gotcha.
So once it dries, it'll all even out.
Match it up.
And the next coat, I'll just go ahead and go all the way. So we'll give this one 5 minutes.
Here goes the vertical. just got one more coat left, guys. Unless Jeffrey just keeps going.
You gotta get the edges on each coat. Real good.
All right, here goes 5 minutes. Nice even coat.
I like the consistency of it all brushed one direction.
I'm good with that too.
It's almost like a smoother carpet.
My seat covers will arrive on the 9th. In the meantime, I'm trying to find some parts for the seats inside, air hoses and shit that are broke off.
Yeah. Is it like just a standard size hose?
I'll show you a picture. I think that's gonna work, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to do anything else to it, really. I think we're good. All right, guys, and here is the diagonal. Little man.
Watch out!
Little man, come here.
Watch out!
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Well, I don't want to get paint in his face.
It'll be alright. It won't happen. Don't touch it.
Okay. Come on, boogeyman.
All right, guys, we're going to fire up the cheap Amazon heat gun and see if we can start showing you some wrinkles. Do you have any clue on what temperature you're kind of using it on?
I'm on about 400 degrees, but they say to bake it at 200.
Gotcha.
So, but being we're in open air, we're not in an oven.
Yep.
And we're outside in the springtime.
All right, guys, so we thought we'd been lied to, and we're finally seeing some wrinkles show up. So I think it is going to work.
I mean, it's definitely doing its thing now. We had to get it hot enough.
Did you up the temperature on the gun?
Yeah, I'm up to 900.
Oh, shit. There we go. Bye, guys.
There it goes. See?
Now I would say 900, maybe a little much, but at least it's making something happen.
I'm staying, like, I'm moving constantly too.
And this paint takes, they say, give it 24 hours to completely cure. We just want these to be dry enough to pick up and move around. And then once you get the valve covers on the engine, the heat from the engine actually cures the paint even more. So baking is not required. So crazy. It kind of looks like alligator right now, but I'm sure that the wrinkles are gonna get smaller and smaller, and it'll just look almost like bed liner, right?
It'll just look textured.
It's crazy how much this stuff changes. And something else that the can says, guys, wait at least 48 hours before you assemble this on your engine. We're not gonna have to worry about that because it's gonna be like a month.
Oh, they'll be on the engine before the engine goes in.
All right, guys, so that is looking pretty good. It's almost where it should be. This one's got a little more probably, but we're just gonna let it sit, and maybe next week we'll throw it on the engine. But overall, you can do it without putting it in an oven and making your wife hate you. I'm getting so excited, guys. I could just stare at it. All right, guys, we brought them into some better light, and you can see that now the small wrinkles are starting to show up, and it's starting to look like that engine you would see in like a Ferrari or a Honda or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Definitely happy with how it turned out. We'll see what it looks like once it cures totally. And at the end of the day, that wasn't bad, guys.
Many months later.
I'm a pretty terrible YouTuber, and the other day I was trying to start editing the video where we painted these valve covers with the VHT Wrinkle Plus, and I never showed you the finished product, and it actually came out really, really good. I don't know if you can see that texture there, but overall, Jeffrey, it wasn't a bad process, right? With the heat gun, it was kind of easy. So that's what she looks like. And hey, soon you're gonna see that out of there and see that in there. All right, guys, that is how easy it is to do your own valve covers in Wrinkle Red if you don't have the money to send off for powder coating and things like that. So let me know in the comments, do you think it looks stupid? Do you think it looks great? Thumbs up, thumbs down. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, guys.